Okay, guys, I am Katrina. I am a bronze consultant. I've been with you guys since about April. Today, we're going to be going over instant commissions. Does anyone know about instant commissions, or has anyone tried to do instant commissions? No? Not yet? Okay, it's pretty simple. The only difference in instant commissions and regular commissions pretty much is you get it the same day as the booking. You don't fill out the commission tracking forms because it goes directly to you. It doesn't go through Evolution and Archer to get to you. Also, you get 100% of the commission. You're not getting just 80%. All of the commission goes directly to you. I've got some examples that I pulled up yesterday. I'm going to show you, and then I'll show you how we get to that point. Let's see. Okay, so on here, I just went through and did just some quick little instant commissions that I usually do my instant commissions on, like sporting events, theme park tickets, and concerts. Concerts is a big one. For this one, I did it just a football game. And the way you do it is you just log into your back office. You'll click on Evo Rewards. And then you're going to open up a new tab and go to, I just go to Ticketmaster because that's one that's a main, that is a main place that a lot of people go to get their tickets. But you're going to pull up the same event here. Let me see if I can make that bigger so you guys can see it. For here, what I did was I went Philadelphia Eagles and Atlanta Falcons. I chose section 132, row 21, and Evo rewards price was $4.19. So then I went and pulled up the exact same thing on Ticketmaster, and it was $4.98. So the total difference for that ticket for our wholesale price versus what Ticketmaster is offering is $79.50. So that $79.50 is your potential commission. Does that make sense? Let me see if I can. That makes sense to everybody? And then for the next one that I showed, this one's a big one. For Evo Rewards, you have to book multi-day tickets, and I'm pretty sure that the least amount of days tickets that you can purchase is a 3-day pass. But I pulled up just a standard adult ticket for 3 days on Evo, and it was $389.69 for just the base ticket. I went to Disney.com, not the travel agent site, just the regular Disney.com that's open to the public. And I did the same thing starting at the same date, and their price was $411.34. So the Evo Rewards price was $21.65 difference than the Disney.com. So that $21.65 is a potential commission that you can make off of that. Does that make? Yes, no. One that is higher to the client to make your commission. No, Jessica, you wouldn't sell the one that's higher to the client to make the commission, because then you're not going to make commission. What you would do is whenever I pulled it up, how say the football ticket, there was a $79 difference. So you could potentially add $50 on the total price, and then you would make the $50 difference on the ticket that you were selling, and that would be your instant commission. So they're still getting a discounted ticket. However, you're charging them a service fee to give them the wholesale price. So you're getting the money now, but it doesn't count for your I-10 card though. How do you get that money? Hold on one second and I'll pull that up and show you. Because you will do, the way you do that is you'll do an invoice, which I'll show you how to do the invoice. And then you would send it to them and then you would charge that to their card off Square. Let me see if I can, let me pull that up real quick. So once you've got the ticket and you know what you want to sell it for, you're going to go on to invoice, which I will copy. This is one that I just found off of Google that I really like to use. So I will share this in the chat so you guys will have that link if you guys want to use this one. You don't have to, but I like this one because it's just more professional. But on this invoice, I just keep the invoice there and then I put my logo right here. The name, you're going to put your business name because when they go, whenever it comes up on their bank statement, you don't want them to see that, oh, I gave Katrina Auto $50. Why did I give her $50? They want to see your business name because that's who they're going through. Does that make sense? And then I put my email on the, I'll put my email down, the same email that I use to contact the client. So if you have an email through your domain, then use that one if that's the one that you've given them. You don't want to give them more than one email because then that's when it's going to conflict and they're going to start asking questions. And then I put my number, I put it on the business number, not the personal, because then they're going to be asking questions on, well, why are you putting it personal? Why am I getting your personal number? Oh, believe it or not, a lot of them will pay attention to that. And then for the invoice number, you can leave it however you want to. Me personally, I like to put the day that they booked with me. So if they were going to book today, on the last 4 digits, I would put 9/1/21 just so that I can go back and find it easier. And then I pulled this up last night. So it's going to say, you know, the date. So we're going to say we're booking for September. And then I did this one for the 3-day base ticket. You want to just be repetitive on it, make sure it all seems the same. So for example, I did the 3-day Disney base ticket. Disney tickets are non-refundable. So always make sure you put in the notes if it's non-refundable. Don't put tax because we've already calculated the tax into the whole price. Then you're going to put wholesale service fee. This is just breaking it down to the client so they know the price breakdown, and it's pretty much just a receipt. Then you're going to do the wholesale service fee. So if we do the base ticket at, let's say $389.69, and then we're going to do, say, $15. Let me get my calculator out because I'm not good at math. So $389.69. So then it's $389.69 is what you would fill out. And then we're going to say we're going to make $15 off this ticket. So there's your total, $404. And then always put wholesale fee non-refundable, because if anything, like if you're booking a hotel or a concert where they can get partially refunded or refunded if they choose to cancel, especially for hotels, always put wholesale fee non-refundable. Because if you don't, then they can hold you liable and you have to give the commission back. So I always just put non-refundable so they know up front you're not getting the wholesale fee back. If you choose to give it to them, you can, but this just protects you to where you don't have to give them the money back from where you've done all the work. And then on here, 3-day base, Disney ticket, and wholesale service fee. And then this is their total. So after you do all of this, you'll download it so you'll have it to send to them. And then to take the payment, let me check the chat and make sure. Is everybody with me so far on the invoice, how to do it? Okay. Sorry if I'm going too fast. I have a 1-year-old that's taking a nap, so I'm trying to make sure that she doesn't start screaming in the middle of this. But when you go to Square, you're just going to go to square.com. Let me start over just so I can take you guys. Everyone here has signed up Square, correct? Everybody on Square? Not me. I would recommend using Square just because can you hear me now?
Yep.
Can you hear me now? Okay. I don't know why my computer wants to cut out. Sorry, guys. So next step is to go to Square, PayPal, or however you want to take the payment. And this is where you will take your service fee. So you're going to click on Take Payment. And you can do this on your phone. You can download the Square app on your phone. Then you're going to do Quick Charge. And then type in the amount. We said, what, $15 for that ticket? And then note, I always put wholesale service fee. And when you do your Square account, for the ones that haven't done their Square account, I'm going to go ahead and tell you that make sure that you are using your business name when you register your Square account. Don't do your personal name, because then they're going to ask you again, why am I paying Katrina for $15? And then you just hit in your payment information, and then you charge for your, let's see if I can. So does that make sense to everybody on how to charge your wholesale service fee? Okay. So when you go to, this is how you'll find your deals. Everybody familiar with My Deals, the Evo rewards? Yes, okay. So to do this, to charge them for their ticket, you'll go on to My Deals, and we'll just do the Disney. If I could click on the right thing. And then we'll just say October, 22nd? That's what I had on the thing. So then you just search it. And then we're going to do base ticket. And there it is, $389. So you'll charge them the first charge here, just like you would any other booking. And then you're going to go back to the Square app to charge their service fee. So you want to explain to them that it'll be two different charges, because in order for you to get them the wholesale fee, that the company charges them a wholesale charge to get the wholesale pricing on their tickets. Does that make sense? Does that make sense to everybody? Can you hear me? Okay. So does anyone have any questions on that? Does anybody want me to run through a pricing difference on anything for them to show you? How would you send the invoice? The way that I send the invoice is I will download the invoice as a PDF, and then I will send them that with their travel documents. So it's essentially a receipt. Okay, run through the pricing. So let's do a sporting event. So we'll start from square one. Let me get that off. And my deals. So we're going to pull up my deals, and we're going to look up, we'll do the ticket that Greenville, South Carolina for the sporting. If I could type, sorry guys. So what I did for Greenville, Philadelphia Eagles, because they're going to be there in September, I think is what it was. So then you're going to go to events 365. I always use the coupons. Everybody with me so far? And yes, I still have them fill out the credit card authorization form because they still have to authorize you to charge their credit card. And I advertise them on my pages all the time. I do mock bookings, but when I do my mock booking, I include my service fee in the price for the mock booking. And whenever it's time to book, I just explain to them, you'll see two different charges on your card. One is for the wholesale fee for the ticket because our company has to charge a wholesale fee for you to get my pricing. Does that make sense? So for the Philadelphia Eagles ticket, if I could spell. So we see it's right here. I'm also going to go to Ticketmaster because you want to make sure that you verify the ticket prices. Sometimes Ticketmaster has better pricing than we do on Evo. It just depends on the ticket. Let's see, where's the Philadelphia Eagles? There's the Flyers. It's because I'm on hockey, that's why we couldn't find it. Let's see, Philadelphia Eagles. Everybody with me so far? So we're going to do this ticket again. And then you're going to pick the seatings. I think I did 132, row 21. Let's see, row 5. We'll just pick a random row, row 28. There's the total pricing for Ticketmaster. Now we need to go back to the total pricing for, let's see, what row did we pick? 28. Row 132. Row 28. Is it gonna pull up? No. I don't tell them where they want to sit. I'll ask them, what area are you looking for? And say the client said, I want to sit in section 132, row 28. So then that's whenever I would come in here, I would pull up Evo Rewards and Ticketmaster, and then I would compare the prices. And then that would leave you, that would tell you the difference and leave you the room for your commission. Does that make sense? And yes, Jessica, you can post mock bookings for just events. If we have a concert that's around in my area, I'll typically try to post in groups, mock bookings, advertising tickets for the concerts or anything else. So a way to make a little bit of money on the side, like faster than waiting. But it just really depends on the differences on pricing. Because like I said, I've found that a big discrepancy on this. $550, and theirs is $640. So that's already almost $100 difference. So let me get out my calculator because, like I said, I'm not good at math. Not right off the top of my head. So we have $640.90 on Ticketmaster minus $550.40. That leaves you $90 difference to come up with your commission. So you could really charge them $50 for this ticket, and it's really good seats for a service fee, and still save them $40. So they're not going to be mad about saving $40, but you also get the $50 in your pocket that day. Does that make sense? Does everybody understand the invoice, or do you want me to go over how to do the invoice one more time? Do you want to give them a little bit of a discount so you can see change? I never charge them the full difference. I try to take no more than 20%. So $90.50 was the difference on this ticket. So I would probably take anywhere between $18 to $30 for my commission for that ticket. Now, if it's like a big hotel and I'm saving them $200-300, I may take a little bit more, but I try to never take more than 20%, just because if you give them these really good deals on small things like tickets, they're definitely going to come to you for their big big getaways. Would you want the charge for the event to come out before the wholesale fee, or does it matter which order you charge the card? It doesn't really matter which order you charge the card, as long as you're upfront with the client that you're going to see 2 charges on your card, one for this total amount and then one for this total amount for the wholesale service fee. They usually, as long as they're getting, it's the same, as long as, no matter how many times you charge the card, as long as it ends up being the same amount that you quoted them, they usually really don't care. Does that make sense? Sorry, my phone is blowing up. How much my business is instant commission? I'm not gonna lie. Whenever I first started, a lot of my business was instant commission because I left a job and started this full time. So I needed money right away. But now that I have a steady client flow, I usually don't try to charge instant commission that much. But now, like I said, on my concerts, tickets and stuff like that, because we get big discrepancies like $90, $100, I usually will charge a service fee for that. So I would say probably, to answer your question, Jody, it's before about 50% of my business was instant commissions. Now that I've got the hang of the vendors and I have bigger clients booking bigger trips, I would say maybe 10% of my business is instant commission. Yes, I always encourage anyone that I book with to do travel protection, ticket protection, all of that. Yes, you would do the copy of the driver's license and everything like that, like you would on your instant commission, on your, on your credit card authorization forms, just the same as you were booking a normal trip that you had to submit a commission tracking form for. The only difference is you're doing the invoice instead of the instant tracking, instead of the commission tracking form, because you're getting the commissions that day. Does that make sense? You're welcome. Does anyone else have any questions? Do you need me to show you anything else? Sorry if I'm moving. Page right now because like I said, I've not really been doing them as much. I can search through and try to find one and then post it in the chat later. And I don't mind a bit to post in the chat later, just so everyone has it. The mock booking form that I made for on the Google Doc that I showed you before, the price breakdown and the steps on how to do it. That way you guys can have something to refer back to if you need it. You're welcome, guys. Do you have any more questions? You're welcome.